We're live, and I need to go close my husband's door.
Okay.
Because Mr.
Sasquatch back there. Well, he might have been needing to come back out here. Hi, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Nobody's on yet. It says say something. I am saying stuff. Yeah, there's a little thing over here that we read that tells us what's going on. Yeah, that's on. It says say something. I think it's telling you guys to say something. Oh, Karen's on. Good morning, Karen. I love it. Yeah, you see my halo? Yeah, isn't that good? All right, everybody. We've got our first viewer.
Pumpkins.
And pumpkins. And cats.
And candy corns and cats.
Yeah.
If it lights up,
I gotta have it.
She's got it. She's got it.
I do. I gotta play. I even had shoes that lit up for a while. Never did find them. Madison said she didn't have them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Madison has them.
That's what I think too. So,
Madison, you have them. I know you do.
I know she does. Mm-hmm. So anyway, good morning, everybody. This is Deb.
And Sue.
And we are here on Sunday, October 30th.
It is the 30th.
I know. Halloween. Happy Halloween.
Holy
Saints
Halloween
Day.
Batman.
Isn't that Tuesday? No, wait. And Dios del Day of the Dead is coming up too.
Yeah, I can't say that.
I can't either. No matter what. Yeah. It's one of those things that I have to go, don't mention it. But the skulls are getting cuter over the years.
Yeah.
They really are.
I even have some, I have like one or two left on the Etsy account.
Nice. Yeah.
There's a couple left. There's a couple left on there.
There we go. Kind of like already set. So number 117.
Yeah, we're gonna send somebody into seizures or something.
Yeah, but they do actually. These are really cool. I must have gotten them like at Walmart instead of at Dollar Tree. Cool, huh? 3. What do you want?
It really doesn't take much to entertain her, guys. Not much at all. Like legit, just
except I get squirrely on the plane.
Anything with an LED light, and she's on it.
I have one of those. I made a necklace for the trip. So
last week I said I wasn't sure what I was going to do with these. Well, in my little craft room, I have these. They're like industrial steel bracelet sort of thing. But they come apart. They're great for keeping your stitch markers on.
Oh, yeah.
And they're also great for connecting to your bag.
For those organized people who keep everything kind of together and kind of hang stuff and,
So these are going up with me up to Michigan for the Sleeping Bear Fiber Festival. And any of them that I have left after the fact will go on to the Etsy shop.
Or you could always send her an email at flockaroundthetable@gmail.com and say, send me one. And maybe
You could.
She might.
I might.
Or she may make a waiting list. She may make a waiting list.
Not guaranteeing anything on
that. No. Not going to make any guarantees. So anyway. Yes, I'm still working on this.
And your new progress keeper that you put on after the show last week is where?
Right there.
Nice. Oh, it's the fish.
It's the fish.
It's the fish, and it matches the knitting, so y'all can barely see it.
I did that on purpose. There we go. See? That's what I did this past week. Not enough. I think somebody's coming in and adding yarn to this because it doesn't seem to get smaller.
It's not getting smaller?
I think because it's wound tight, so it just won't stop. I figure
it's the Energizer Bunny, really. That's all it is.
It's Yoda.
It's Yoda.
It's Baby Yoda. It's called
It is Baby Yoda.
It is Baby Yoda. So it's keeping up with the force, I guess.
Yeah, he's putting a force on it.
Yeah. So anyway, I've been working.
It wants you to have the same amount of stitches on there as you did for the painted bricks.
Oh, forget that. Not 77,000. I'm not going that far pretty soon. But it's getting a good size. Look at this. It's like, see? It's a pretty good size now. Not quite.
Well, you need to lean this way because they can't see the end of it. There you go.
So it'll be a good one.
And they're like, see, and you're like, oh, completely off camera.
Well, since we started on yarn, so I'll just keep going that because, well, this has like been my project. Got it? Now we're
Yeah, we needed to,
Okay.
you know.
This has been like my main project because I really want to get this done. But I don't really, obviously I don't because I keep putting it aside and
I was just gonna say.
coloring or.
Oh, good Lord! I thought I turned it off.
There you go.
I didn't want any of y'all to have a seizure or something.
I'll leave my head blinking, so then we know
Well,
that we've
because
got power
you-
going to my brain. So it only needs a teeny tiny little battery to go to my brain.
Right. She said it, not me. Not
Hey,
me.
stop. So anyway, this is, like I said, this is very familiar to you because I did start this in Alaska with Mikey on that cruise, and I never finished it. And then I had surgery, and I thought for sure I would finish it, and I didn't. And anyway, so this is not news to you guys. You've seen this before. And then what I did do yesterday, though,
You attach the pom-pom.
I attached the pom-pom. We'll go put it on my head. Now, I've decided that I think most patterns for me, I need to cut off about an inch. Stop going to where they tell you to go because I have a little head.
Why aren't you trying on your hats as you go?
Because I'm dumb. Anyway.
No.
No, but the pom-pom looks okay back there.
Well, do a flip up of your brim. Pull it down and do a flip up.
Like this?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, yeah, then that's a little better.
Yeah.
But then I feel like a cupcake. I mean, seriously.
Okay, well, pull it down a little bit in the back. Pull
Okay.
it, pull
Like
it down
that?
a little. Yeah, there you go.
Okay,
See?
that's a little better.
Yeah.
Okay, that'll work.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is Notorious Amy, Leading Men. Hi, Notorious Amy. Hopefully you're joining
The
us.
colorway is Notorious Amy
From Leading Men. It's
from
their DK.
Leading Men, and it is in their DK weight,
Right.
which is, what do they call their DK weight? It's not Showstopper, is their fingering.
I don't
sock weight.
remember. It's not Spotlight. It's one of those.
It's
Anyway.
their DK weight in Notorious Amy from
Right.
Leading Men.
And I added the pom-pom. This is the Patrick beanie. Remember, I finished this. It's one of the things I did finish in Alaska.
Yeah.
Okay. And then I came up.
And you did a mitten,
Yeah,
but
but
she
now-
added a little something in there and she didn't like
I
it,
don't
so
like
she
the
was
way
gonna.
it looks. And I think you guys will agree with me. I tried to do the pattern here. Okay. As you can kind of see a little bit, this same knit 5.
But then you put in like an
I put in,
oddball row in there.
well, because see, when you did this, and I don't like, and I did the pattern in the,
into the cuff.
and I should have done knit 1, purl 1, just like this, and then started the pattern.
Uh-huh.
And who cares if you've got a couple of rows of increase?
Right,
That
right.
doesn't make any difference because the pattern changes. So I'm going to redo these on vacation. As you can see, nothing really new. Didn't get that far. But I don't have to entertain anybody on this one. I had my husband the last time.
Yeah.
See, so he kind of
And this one you
interfered.
can just boot your sister.
I can just go, like I
Just
said, hide and
Tell her to go
sight.
fly a kite.
Yeah, and I'm not going. I'm going to
Can
stay
you
right
fly
here.
a kite off of a cruise ship?
Yeah, I think you could.
I'm
I'll have to ask him.
gonna tell my daughter.
Go fly a kite. Bring a kite. We'll fly a kite off
We'll
the
fly a
cruise ship.
kite off the cruise ship. That'd
That'll
be great fun.
Wouldn't that be great fun?
That'd be great
They
fun.
should have a. I'm going to tell the
They should have-
director.
They should have a kite flying
Contest. Wouldn't be good.
off the
As
back of
it's-
the ship
it
as you're
gets
going.
tailed up.
Yeah.
Big fire.
Make
out
sure
of
they're
the
the 99-cent ones from the dollar
That's
store.
true,
So
yeah.
when they get up tangled up.
Yeah,
No,
that
that wouldn't be good because then we would have tangled up string out in the ocean.
Right, and that
That
would not
wouldn't
be
be
good
good. That
for the
wouldn't be
thing.
good either.
No, we don't want that. Well, they have golf balls in the ocean. Those morons on their yachts do a driving range, and they put this hole out in the middle of the water, and then they actually.
But they're socialites. We're not. So
Well, that's true. You get a point.
they can do that. We can't.
Yeah, and Carnival might get a little mad because they want to make sure that they
I
stay
wonder
on the
if
good
there's
side.
biodegradable, like kite line. You know, like it's made out of cornstarch or something.
I don't
That
know.
is,
Their
as soon
straws
as
are
it
made.
gets wet,
Yeah.
it just disintegrates.
Their straws
That would
are
be
made out of
perfect,
like
right?
cornstarch or something because they disintegrate. If you leave them in your cup and you go to pick it up, and it's like you don't think about it, and you go like this, and you pull the straw up to you, and you're trying to suck, and you're like, oh, and everybody's looking at you like, boy, they're drunk, you know. So anyway, we're going to work on Notorious Amy sock.
I thought
mittens.
mittens. I thought you were going to say that you had ripped that out and already started.
I haven't yet. No, I didn't get that far. I was going to.
You got as far as getting the pom pom on the hat.
Yeah, that was a good step in the right direction. That was one of the other.
That was a lot of knitting to do that.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it's trying to figure out which button to use and which method did I want to do to get it in there, and am I going to give this one away? Am I going to keep it? That sort of thing. Am I going to send it to Amy?
Blurgity, 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 blur.
Anyway. So the next project I think you have seen as well. Nothing new coming through here. So hopefully by the end of this,
I got something new for today.
Oh, great. I'm excited.
Too.
We'll see. So this is Musselburgh.
Musselburgh. I haven't seen a Musselburgh.
It's my little nipple cover.
It's not even a boob cover. It's a nipple cover, guys.
It's a nipple cover, guys. I tell you, look at this.
She barely has started the increase.
Yeah.
Like
it's a little nub. Yeah. Nub.
That's a B cup. Look, that's a B cup.
If it's more than a mouthful, it's too much.
That's says no man ever.
No man ever. And then at the end, I'm going to put this to kind of so that you have an inside outside.
There.
Oh, look at that. Look at how fun that is. That'll save space in my suitcase. There you go. Now you can kind of get an idea
what
of
is
how the
this?
beginning of the
Oh, this is the one where you have no idea what colorway this one is?
Yeah, I don't think I have the.
She pulled it out of stash
Yeah.
and just thought it was really cool looking, but there was no
thingy in
no
it.
tag.
Yeah, I don't have a tag. I'm thinking
It does kind of look Lady Menish.
It could be,
but it
could
doesn't.
be a Brenda and Heather-ish.
They're usually not like this. They're usually striped.
So yeah, Heather, if you're watching, let us know if this is one of yours. You told me last time what it was called. So save me. So this is another possibility. This one I figure is the bus rides on the tours.
Well, you got to get past the increases first.
Yeah,
you can't do that and think at the same time.
True. So
I'm just saying.
That's what screws me up on the other side. So that's number 3 project. Just in case I get super bored,
because guys, in just a few days, she does get on a plane.
I do get on a plane on Tuesday.
On Tuesday to London to
and
then get on to a big ship to come back to the U.S. from there.
Right, and I have a 3-hour drive to 3-hour plus drive to Chicago.
Yes,
because we decided to be cheap because we didn't want to spend $300 each just to fly to Chicago for 32-minute flight and 2 hours of sitting in the airport. My husband's like, I'll take you. So we said, okay, fine. So he's going to take us. And then I started this one called Swoon with That's No Moon. And this is Lolo did it. And I think it's Lolo original and whatever.
L'original.
L'original. Got it.
I think.
Whatever she said. And then I started this one called Swoon and I screwed it up. I think it was watching a game when we had gotten home and switched the step.
Oh.
It's kind of like a variation.
Your own.
Yeah. No, I didn't.
Be simple variations.
Yeah. No. It actually came all the way out. I took this one apart.
Oh.
So, and I haven't decided if I'm going to do this one again or if I'm going to do Strict Mitch. It's a shawlette by Martina Behm. Okay, Behm?
I don't know.
Beam, whatever. And
that lady.
I've done this one before where you increase, and then when you get down to about halfway, you pick it up and go this way. So you pick the stitch up when you come back.
Oh.
Yeah, it's really cool. And I thought this one might be a little bit better.
Bands.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So whichever one. So that's my stuff for the trip, guys. So we'll see. You can hold me accountable.
And you went to Hobby Lobby because you told me during breakfast. You went to Hobby Lobby and your sister got yarn to make a blanket.
Right. She did.
Did you get yarn to make the cardigan?
Nope. I'm on a moratorium.
For fuck's sake, you said that Hobby Lobby doesn't count as long as it's for the trip.
But it wasn't on sale. And I
Oh, it
told
wasn't on sale, so you're not
and I
going to get
told
it.
Gail, I said, come
Next
Monday,
week it'll be on
I
sale.
said it's going to be 30% off. Well, I want to start this weekend, so she bought all the yarn that she needed for that. I may go back and get a couple of yarns if I decide to bring that with. But I figure it'd be lucky if I get all these done. And I need to get all these done because they've all seen them. And I said I was going to do them. And then I didn't do them. And then, so they're like over there probably upset with me.
Oh, right. Yeah, they're just.
Why isn't she bringing us anything
up
new?
in arms? They're all just completely up in arms that you haven't finished a project. Fuck's sake. What was the last project y'all saw me finish?
No, you do bigger ones.
Not usually.
Oh. And then I found something for the trip next year for Alaska.
Oh, for Alaska?
Yeah.
Okay. A pocket Monopoly.
You use color forms for your little guys as you march around the thing.
Color what?
Like little stickers instead of guys. Isn't that cute? 80 color forms, 32 cards, 10 paper tokens, 175 Monopoly money bills, 3 dice, and instructions. This is what we're going to do next year when we go to Alaska. We'll get 4 people together and we'll just sit down and we'll have Monopoly
a
games.
6-hour Monopoly game.
As we sit in between while somebody else is playing and we're talking and chatting.
Mm-hmm.
So how fun is that? That'll be fun, right?
Awesome sauce.
It was $1.25, so I figured I can get a few of these to bring along. I told Mikey, I said if we have a lot of people and they have a bunch of stuff, I'll just ship it to the hotel before we get there. Send it and have them hold it for me. That's what I'm going to do. So that's my setup, and I'm all packed. In fact, I have to just go to Walmart today. I actually was going to go to my.
What do you
Well, little things like I need a little can of Lysol spray, and a little can of like Static Guard because it gets dry. You never know. So I mean, just little things to put in the suitcase, little extra things like some face wipes and butt wipes and stuff like that. And because I don't like toilet paper, they use all these ships. They're like disgusting. And then it gets stuck in the hoo-ha and you're like, yeah. And then you're itching and sitting like this in a chair when you're not supposed to be. Guys can scratch their balls. We can't, I mean, we don't have balls, but we can't even scratch the hoo-ha. So, because they look at you like you're doing something wrong. Guys can walk down the hall and shift it and everything, and nobody thinks anything of it. If we walk down the hall and pull the underwear out of our butt, then they're like looking at us funny. So I'm like making sure I'll stay nice and clean and okay for the trip, So I will have them. And then I like the little facings because then you sweat. So then I always smell nice. So I do that. So anyway.
Okay. All right. I'm there. I'm
tracking
there for it.
You're with it?
I'm there for it.
The poor kid, she can't wait. November 1st to the 20th.
Well, I know I don't need to bring any
27th,
Lysol or Static Guard or butt wipes. You'll have them for me. My list is getting shorter and shorter and shorter. Like,
just
I'll bring my swimsuit.
Yeah.
I got it covered.
You're set. See? Yeah. I have to bring just
actually Tori and I have the exact same swimsuit.
I know. I saw a picture of that last year. They went to
oh my
get
gosh.
that.
You guys, this is legit the funniest thing ever. And I'm here to tell you, and my daughter will vouch for it. We did not plan this, but we met up in a little town about halfway in between for both of us for a long weekend. And we stayed at a little a hotel with a kitchenette,
right,
kind of place. Because her and I both like to cook, and we just wanted to hang with each other anyway.
Sure, yeah.
Well, they had a hot tub and a pool, but both of us we didn't really have suits that we liked or that fit us anymore anyway. So we just decided we would go to Target or Walmart and pick up a suit.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what we did. And it was suit season. Like
so you weren't like out of, yeah.
It wasn't like out of swimsuit season.
Yeah, you buy your swimsuit in January.
Yeah.
And you buy your winter coat in May.
Right.
Yeah.
So we go to wherever it was that we went, and we're both kind of shuffling through the swimsuits. We're a little bit different in size, but not a ton different in size.
No, she's a heftier here, and
she's got more on the top side than I do.
Yeah,
I got more on the bottom side than she does.
Short, yeah. Anyway,
at any rate, so we both grab a handfuls of swimsuits to try on and blah blah blah, and we both decide on the suit that we want, and we'd also picked up some grocery type things, and so there was already stuff in the cart, blah, blah, blah. I put my swimsuit in with the grocery type stuff because mom's going to buy the groceries, Right. And I'm like, you can buy your own swimsuit. Like, I'm not buying your swimsuit, right? She is an adult. She can pay for her own swimsuit. Uh-huh. We get back to the hotel and we both put our swimsuits on. And that's when we realized that we had the exact same swimsuit, guys. We were so shocked at each other that we literally stood there and took a picture and we sent it to all these guys who went, what are the odds? Looking
suit. Yeah.
What are the odds?
I bought one for February and didn't put it on when we went to Mexico. I took it to Mexico. I didn't take it to Alaska, and I probably should have put it on in Alaska. And I didn't. And
Tori and I will have ours because we will do hot tub.
Well, they have a beautiful solarium. Celebrity has this wonderful solarium. It's opens. The door's open, but it's always warm and it's sunny, and they keep it nice and cozy. Whatever. And the pool's warmer in there and everything. And so,
if Tori has an opportunity to swim with the whales, even in a cold, icy,
she's gonna do
it. She would do it.
Okay.
In a heartbeat.
That's
she went and swam with the turtles in Hawaii.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Grandpa had to go with her because Grandma insisted.
Oh. Well, I've swam with dolphins. I haven't swam with the turtles. When we go to Grand Cayman, when we're taking the excursion in Grand Cayman, we're going on the tour, and you go out to where eels, sea lion, the little flat things with the big flapper things, they skim across the bottom.
Stingrays?
Yeah, but they've taken the sting out of the ray. So it's just a ray. Anyway, you can go out and play with them. So we're going to go play with them. So we have to have our suit for that.
Or manatees.
No, I don't think there was one for the manatees. I wanted to do one of the zip lining things, and Gail's like, can we please do that not in the third world?
Right.
Place. And I was like, okay, yeah, you're right. Kind of probably not a good thing to do.
Yeah. Like if you want a zip line, go do the zip line in Vegas.
Oh, yeah, they have one.
They have one on Fremont Street.
Well, last time I was in London, I stood and watched that big circle thing.
Yeah, the Ferris wheel.
And I kind of stood there and thought, I'm okay.
Not okay.
Okay, bring me back. And they probably want to do that.
No, they're going to take you up and over.
Yeah, and as you get up and over, and then it slows down, and then you're kind of like sitting there, and you see this thing going like this. And I said, no, sorry, out of here.
Yeah, no.
So I laughed and said, no, I'm not doing that. No, it's not my thing. And Carl, this is a brand new ship, and they have this, on their other ships, they have this roller coaster thing that you sink, but you pedal. It's kind of, but it's meant so that it's pretty much downhill. You don't have to like overly work like
right.
But this one's electric.
Of course it's electric.
So it's all better. And they've got like 3 or 4 different slides. So I figure one morning, like when they first open at 6:30 in the morning, I'm going to go and play on it.
When you still have energy.
And nobody's up there really watching me.
Yeah.
Terrified when I grab onto the side of it saying, I'm not going any further. Come and get me.
Right.
Then they're like, wait, Red never came out. Wait, whoa, where's Red? I'm not going anywhere. Yeah. So, yeah, my days of doing that are over. I did Cowabunga. Anyway, it's one of those slides at Disney.
Oh,
it took me a month and a half to figure out how to get off my swimsuit because it was so far up the hoo-ha that I think it was in the middle of my stomach. I'm serious. I think it was part of my body.
Created a new religion
and
for
you.
And
I was like, oh my God. Some of them have started now. Those sites, they take you out and you land in a pool. So at least you're in water while you're entirely exposed, right?
Yeah.
And then, but at the time when this one was there was some girl in a bikini. Well, that left a long time ago, and she came out like totally nothing. And the people, and I wondered why all the lifeguards were standing on the sides of this pool
with towels.
Was because of this reason. I was like, oh my God. You know, I had on one piece that, you know, probably had as much fabric as a tent. And so you would think it would stay in place, but
no, they don't.
Any little nook or cranny it can slide under, it does. So yeah.
Okay, well, I'm gonna show my progress on this, which actually a little bit more this week than I have in previous weeks.
Wow, look at you.
Look at that.
Cruising along. It's going to be the cutest sweater with all these little stitch markers on it.
So here's my progress this week.
You did good.
It's a little better than it has been.
Well,
but
you're busy. You're getting ready for your trip.
No, I haven't been sleeping.
Oh, again?
So still. Like, I mean, it has been, I kid you not, a week of somewhere between midnight and 2:00 in the morning. I wake up every night.
What time do you go to bed? 9? 8:30?
Yeah, 9-ish.
And then you're ready to go back at 9:00. You're ready to go back to sleep. Or at least a nap sometimes. But then you're at work, so you have no choice.
Yeah, so I can't.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then when I get home from work, then I'm like, I'm hungry. So I have to
make
dinner.
Right.
Clean up from dinner. Then it's like 7:30, 8:00. And I'm like, I am just beat.
Yeah.
So I go into bed. I turn something on. By 9:00, I'm out like a light. And by 1:30, I'm awake again.
Right. Hard to figure out.
Yesterday, I woke up at like, I don't know, 1:30, 2:00 in the morning. And then when just before Jamie left for golfing at like 9, I'm like, I'm laying down to take a nap. And I woke up at noon.
Oh my.
And I was like,
now that's nice in between there.
But then again, you know, last night it was like 9:30 or something.
Yeah.
And up at 2.
Oh my gosh.
So I come out here.
But she gets productive.
I make stitch markers and I knit a little bit.
Not me, man. I just turn the TV on and grab my coloring book.
Oh, trust me, I play games and I'm playing games too.
She's got something new here.
Well, I do. In my course of getting all of this stuff ready to go up to Sleeping Bear, I was emptying out a big basket and I ran across these socks that a friend got me. Not you, somebody else got me. The bottoms of these say, don't just stand there. Weave in my ends.
I love it.
So those are the socks that are going to go on my feet today.
I love it.
Nancy got me these.
Nancy did. This is nice.
Yeah.
Don't just stand there. Weave in my ends. I love it.
And I thought these socks were perfect for the next project that I started, and in anticipation of having this project to go up to Sleeping Bear for my fiber retreat.
Sweater looking good, Sue.
Thank you.
That's from Karen. South Dakota's in the house. North Carolina's in the house. We haven't been getting any more notifications.
It's okay.
That's right. They'll show up eventually. They catch up to us. Oh, you wound all that beautiful yarn.
Not all of it. Just one of the color. One of each.
Oh, look at that.
And Karen's got me some yellow. I think she said she was going to get me some yellow. So I have orange, light pink, green, hot pink, and black.
Okay. This actually comes up a little blue on the screen, but it's actually a green.
It's like
evergreen,
mossy green.
Yeah. Oh, look! Yay!
I only have like 55 more to go.
But that's fine. Oh, yay. It's so cute. Oh, I love it.
I thought this was the perfect thing for me to take up there.
Oh, yeah.
And do. And
you can pick up, put down, talk.
Don't just stand there weaving ends, because this has, like 16 ends to weave in for each one.
Right. It does. That's why I think I'm going to do the one big granny square in the back. And the Almost big granny square.
Here's the thing though. Like, so I looked at a bunch of different patterns, guys.
God, this is going to be a bitch to sew together, though.
I don't think so.
You have better eyesight than I do.
Well,
I love
it. Thanks, Maggie. I think the socks are great too. So I looked at a bunch of different patterns, and I wanted something that was bright and kind of yarn snobby, obnoxious colors. I didn't want anything muted, which is my normal. My normal is kind of muted.
Yeah, she doesn't go for the flamboyant.
I don't go for the loud and obnoxious. This I wanted to be completely loud and obnoxious. And the ones that kind of stood out to me were the ones that were
loud and obnoxious.
Not yet.
No, because we're just starting out.
We're just starting. But the ones that I thought were more of what I had envisioned were the ones that were outlined in black.
Okay.
And had the bright colors within.
Right.
And I did look at a bunch of different patterns, and I was looking at some that had roses and different designs just in the granny square itself. And I was just like, I don't really no, I just want a regular. So you guys, this pattern that I'm kind of mimicking it off of is from Yarn Inspirations.
Yarn
Inspirations. It's a free pattern. It goes from size small, maybe even extra small, to 5X.
Okay.
And it is variations of.
What's the name of it?
This particular type of granny square.
Your standard, pretty much granny square.
Your standard granny square. Some of your squares are half squares, and some of them are triangles to make.
For your thing.
The perfect fit. I can't remember exactly what the pattern is called, but it is the one that Mikey from the Crochet Crowd showcases. So if you go onto Crochet Crowd on YouTube and just type and just search for the granny square cardigan.
They got some great patterns in there. I'm telling you.
But I don't have. My problem is I don't have a ton of the black.
Oh,
right, and I want to have it defined in that. So I'm thinking
you might have to go online and buy it.
I might have to go online and buy some, which is fine. But I also might switch like the back to be outlined in hot pink.
Fun.
Right. So the front would be
the sleeves.
Or maybe the back is outlined in black and the front is outlined in hot pink. I'm not sure.
Yeah. Kind of see how you roll with it. You may get more out of this than what you think.
I may, but
because the center of
if you want them all to be outlined in black, you're not just doing the stitch work.
No, because you got to sew it.
Yeah, but I mean, you're not just slip stitching the last two. Your last row has to be black too.
Right.
For each square, your last row around, which has to be or should be your color that you want to outline the whole thing in.
Right.
And that I wasn't thinking. Mm-hmm. I was thinking that the outline was just at any rate, I figured that was an easy thing for me to do while I'm sitting up there just hanging out to make granny squares. Piece of cake, right?
Yeah. Joy said, your square looks great. She can't get the center right. It takes practice, but if you're doing 867 of them, by 807, but the thing is you like with granny squares, I have to admit, you go in spurts.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but I go in spurts with them where it's like I'll do 5 or 6 and they come out perfect. And then you think you've got it. And then the next thing you know, this thing is like, and like, what the fuck did I do? Yeah, it's one of those. I'm terrible about that stuff. So anyway, you'll get it, Joy. Just kind of hang into it. Yep.
Yeah, and if you
New Hampshire's in the house. Yay! Thanks. I love New Hampshire.
yeah.
Live free or die hard or something like that.
No, that would be a Bruce Willis movie.
Oh, is that it? I knew there was something. I actually downloaded those so that I could watch them on the plane. They're great plane watching.
Oh, yeah. Oh, sure.
I know. Well, actually, and to go totally off the subject here, this weekend, while I was kind of packing and doing stuff and kind of coming, going and ironing and things, I actually cleaned out the entire closet. Mikey was so impressed. There's nothing in the closet to iron downstairs. When he washes it, he hangs it in a separate closet for me because he knows I iron everything pretty much. So everything. And then for a year now, my Christmas and Halloween stuff is in the back. So that tells you how long some of that stuff has been in there.
Yeah.
Anyway. So yeah, and I hemmed all my pants and everything too. So I was going off the subject, but I lost where I was going with it. But anyway, I was watching Final Destination. Have you ever watched those movies? These kids get these premonitions about like they're on a plane and they're going on a school trip, and this one kid gets this premonition, like he thinks he knows the plane's going to blow up. So he gets off the plane and all these kids get off with him. And then the teacher gets off and the plane actually blows up. And so he cheated death. So then the whole movie is about how everybody who got off that plane gets killed some other way, some other horrible way. And like in the one, he won the lottery and he buys this one kid, and he's in his house making dinner. And for some reason he was supposed to die, but he didn't because this girl changed history here. And so he was in his house and he was cooking dinner, and he had his back to the refrigerator, and the wind sort of blew in and knocked off a magnet off his refrigerator, fell into his Chinese takeout that he stuck in the microwave and blew up. And he had bought a ring, and when he went to take it out of the box, it flew over and got stuck in the garbage disposal. So he had his hand in the garbage disposal when the microwave explodes. There's a fire.
The trigger.
Yeah, there's a fire on the stove, and then he gets out and he's going down the fire escape in an apartment building, and the ladder slides down and he falls off, and he's just kind of laying on the ground, and then the ladder cuts loose and gets him in the eye. So, you can't cheat death is what they kept saying through the whole thing. So for some reason I was mesmerized by this whole movies, and there's like 5 or 6 of them or something like that. So of course I had to just keep watching. And my husband was like, "What is wrong with you?" I mean, I said, "Well, I'm getting it out of my system, so I don't have to worry about sitting at the airport and, that sort of thing." And waiting for because everybody has said to me, "Welcome to the Titanic," because this is a maiden voyage. Right. And I'm like, we're not going near any ice. Yeah, we're going south. We go from 50 or 60 degrees to 70 to 80. And then, come on, leave me alone. We're doing okay. And there's not much flotsam or whatever that stuff's called floating around in the ocean, and like there is in rivers and things. So I thought we'll be okay. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Yeah. It'll be fine. Well, it's like here, if we had a basketball tournament in June, we'd have snow. Look, she finished her first little round. Ta-da! So each time you change colors, you have 2 ends to weave in, hence the socks today. Hence the socks today. And the socks are going to come with me up there too. And for sure. Maybe I should. Too bad I can't get on there and weave in the thing. Do you block the squares before sewing them together? And yes. Do you rip out don't have good reading. Do you rip out the squares that are a little off, or when you seam them together, they straighten out? This is for guidance. I love the look. Yes. Well, I personally, I don't. I just sew them together, and like in quilting, you make it fit. You either pull one in or you stretch one out. But if you know you have 27 or 30 stitches across here,
right.
on every one, you should
They
be
should
okay.
they should, I mean, as long as you're comfortable with your knitting or your crocheting, your stitches should be, close. Unless you're super pissed off one day and you make 12 squares and they're, tighter than what you normally do. But when you block them, you block crochet a little bit different. Well, at least granny squares, I think you block them a little bit differently than you block knitting. You use like a pegboard.
Yeah.
Right. So you have a little pegboard that you put your pegs in that are the right size for your square. You get your squares wet, wash them, whatever. And then you put them on the pegs so they literally are all the same size. You put 10 on top of each other and they're the same size. Whether your edges are perfectly the same size before they're blocked, they will be after you block.
Right.
Because you put them all up together on a thing.
She's a guidance guru, Joyce. She'll get you through it. It's no problem. So.
Pegboard works.
Did we ever see pictures from the lady you sent your last sweater to?
No.
Hey, let's get a look at that. Put it on Instagram. Because that would be nice.
Hashtag Flockaroundthetable. We'd like to see.
Yeah, kind of like to see what you did with it.
Of course, she might have gone, this is bullshit. I am ripping this out.
Yeah, it should probably show us his gorgeous shawl with this other work on it. Then she's got it.
Yep.
Here, I got 16 hats and 3 pairs of mittens out of it. So you look at how great that is. So anyway, so let's see.
What is the best type of yarn to use? That's a personal preference.
Yeah.
Totally a personal preference.
Right.
A lot of the granny square blanket that you see on Roseanne.
Right.
The
blanket
regular granny square with the black lines that everybody had in the 70s.
That was probably made with Coates and Clark Red Heart.
Or Red Heart. Yeah, that was probably made with an acrylic, which would be great if you want to have it in a family setting where
easy to wash, kids dump stuff on it,
throw it in the washer, throw it in the dryer, and it works just great.
Blocking a blanket can be,
if it's acrylic, the blocking is not going to do a whole lot.
No.
But you can wash and dry them all.
And they will
and they're going to size
to whatever
to the size that they're going to be.
Right.
You can size them all so that they're all the same size for when you stitch them together.
Right.
But acrylic is not going to keep that size.
No, it
expands.
Yeah, it does.
It will expand, and then you have to wash it and dry it for it to shrink back up again.
Right.
But it can be washed and dried.
See, and I don't block
in
mine.
Your wash.
If I'm doing acrylic, they're all tossed in at once.
Yes.
And then I wash them all at once, and then I dry them, and then I take it from there. And if they're all pretty close, that's how they get done.
That's how they get done.
Because I know I have X number of stitches on every corner. I may switch them around sometimes to kind of get one versus another. Sometimes you may want, one that maybe is easier to pull, because if you're looser on one, you may want to make sure they're down here, and you may want a little tighter one up here if you've got to do triangles or half ones or stuff. YouTube's got some great Mikey, the Crochet Crowd. They've got some beautiful, really easy, nice.
I just like him.
But she's not pretentious.
I like him as he's not pretentious. And I actually just watched one about where he is explaining why he can't get certified as a teacher.
Really?
Yeah, as a crochet teacher. He's like, even though I've been crocheting for 35 years.
Why can't he?
Because he won't fall into the kind of narrative that you have to hold your hook
Oh, this way or
you
that.
have to hold your yarn
right,
this way.
right,
And to do this stitch, you have to do it exactly this way.
right.
He's like, I don't agree with that.
No, I don't either.
I
think
kind of agree with him on
so
that
like
too.
yeah, I know that because there's certain things that if you typically become a master knitter, Kristen had mentioned something like, she does things just a little bit different, turns the same way, like how you do your yarn over knit one or yarn slip knit. Some people do it so differently and they want you to be in a certain category or a certain way to do it. And so that can sometimes just like, yeah. When I was in nursing, it was sort of the same way. I didn't have a bachelor's degree, so I couldn't be a certified registered nurse.
Oh.
Because they changed the rules. I'm like, but I passed the same test as you guys did. But yeah. So anyway.
I would, if you're gonna make a blanket that kids and or ruffian adults are gonna use, I would use a wool that has a blend in it. Asking another question.
Good.
Go
Joy.
Because she says don't like to knit with acrylic yarn. I get that. I totally get that.
I do too.
I probably would use a blend.
I would use
This is 100% wool, so it's not like you can do this in 100% wool. That's not a problem. You certainly can do 100% wool. You just have to remember it's 100% wool, so then it's hand washable, and you have to block it.
Right.
You wash.
And there's nothing wrong with some of them, and they all have out there. They actually all have a lot of them.
Or
superwash and any of that stuff anymore. It just kind of depends on where you're going with it and what you want to, how you want to go with it. Some people don't even buy it all at once. They just pick up a pink and, a lot of people with granny squares was this may be shepherd's wool, this may be red heart, this may be Karen, it just sort of depends on.
Oh, I would not do that.
Yeah, I have. It's fun.
I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't mix blends. Don't do that.
We used to do that. It was called a black bag Afghan, and you stuck all your same kind of like red, whatever you worsted in a bag, and you picked one general color. Usually it was black or blue to go in between, and you just reached in the bag and took out another color, and you didn't know, but because back then we were stupid, we didn't save tags. We didn't care because it was all the same stuff.
It was all yarn.
Yeah, it was just yarn.
Let us be smarter than that. Will we please use the same medium at least?
That's where she's a snob. I don't necessarily worry about it, but she does.
Well, it plays differently.
It does.
Each one plays differently, and so you're just not going to get the same.
True.
You're not going to get the same outcome if you're using 50% wool and 50% acrylic and 50% Angora and 50,
which is true. You do notice it even with your fingering weights.
Yeah.
When because some of them are
all different. It's all going to be different.
Right. It's all different. And see, somebody put more yarn in my stupid green thing.
You can make granny squares with sock yarn.
Yeah, you can. They're really fun. They really are fun with the granny square, and they're a little closer together because you're using a small.
Well, yeah,
so they're kind of fun.
Small granny squares.
Yeah, but just remember, if you want to do it with sock yarn, you're going to end up with like 18 different rounds.
I think what I think would be really interesting to do, and I know I've done 2 corner to corners.
Yeah,
holding double.
You're fingering fiddle bits.
It's a bigger hook that you're using to do that. I do corner to corner and crochet. There's corner to corner and knit too, but dropping it down to like a size 2 millimeter hook and doing fingering in corner to corner in crochet.
Holy crap, you'd be at it for a day and a half. I mean,
a day and a half.
I'd have to go around the world.
Wouldn't that be cool to do corner to corner in granny squares?
They actually have that.
No, I know.
Website. Yeah.
I'm thinking of doing those for this cardigan and having different.
We could just steek it, get it sewn. That would be good. We could do that. Maybe we should be pattern makers. We have all these ideas. We should be the idea guys. You guys all do the work and we'll just come up with the idea. And then we'll tell you what to do with it,
But I mean, you could do a corner to corner.
Oh, yeah, you can.
Make it this size.
Well, the thing is we finally figured out over the years, for the longest time, if you did an Afghan, it was a square. And then someone kind of figured out how to do the corner to corner and do the granny square pattern, but in a rectangle, and so it took us a while.
Person to,
it took a while to kind of get
you had to have somebody to
wake
me.
up and smell the coffee to do it.
You had to have a math brain like myself and Colleen to go, no, see, if you're still increasing here, you need to decrease on this side.
That's what I come to these guys, because I don't. Hey, wait, I'm suddenly not getting any stitches. This thing too was weird, because at first I was like, I'm not getting anywhere, because you stitch back 5 and then, but you add 10 stitches and then you go back 5. So you're adding 5 in every chunk that you're doing with this. See, so I think I'm only at 100 and some. So I'll never get to what I did with painted bricks.
No, but you need to figure out how many stitches are in the hole.
Oh, I could do that.
The whole thing.
Yeah. Drive some people crazy.
Generate
I actually have a spreadsheet.
Yeah,
I do. But you really don't need it, because it's really kind of forward. You can kind of count your rows and read your knitting, as they say. I'm not really good about reading my knitting. I don't read foreign languages. Now, my pattern I can read.
But you speak whale.
But I speak whale. I speak whale.
Oh, my goodness. Oh,
I love the new commercial.
Wasn't it right about that point in Finding Nemo that it stopped playing?
We went down to Kentucky. It just kind of stopped.
We were watching Finding Nemo when we got to that point where she was speaking whale, and it just
kind of stopped. And everybody was like, "So what happens?" They hadn't,
like we'd all seen it.
Yeah, and so they were going on and they were going like, "So what happens?" Well, you got to find Nemo. So.
Oh, speaking of, see what happens. My husband started watching a miniseries or series on Netflix, I think. Can't remember what the dang name of the miniseries is, or the series, but it's on the making of The Godfather.
Really?
It's not the original stuff. It's kind of a movie of how they made it.
Okay, like a documentary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't watch all of it with him because I get up and I do shit, and he watches it when I'm not even in the room. And
then she goes like a good little mom that she is. Hey, hon, you want something else to drink? Sure. She takes it to him.
Cyanide. This morning, he's going to get some cyanide in his drink.
She got to tell you the story.
So anyway, the whole thing on the making of The Godfather is a great little series. Watch it. Can't remember what it's called, but you could Google it and find it. This morning.
Yes, this is good. She was ready to kill him.
My eye is twitching. You brought it up and my eye started twitching.
But you were the good little wife.
So I got up at, oh my God, it's early. He actually comes out at 6.
Okay. And he's not on the golf course today because he's going to the Colts game. So there'll be a Sasquatch.
There could be a Sasquatch
sighting. Anybody from Indiana, you might see him.
Yeah.
Just go up to him and give him a big hug and kiss and say, "Hey, we love you." And he'll go, "Huh?" He'll come home and go, "Wait, this crazy."
Yeah. This crazy woman threw a loaf of banana bread at me and said, "Big banana head."
Here, you want some smashed bananas?
Okay, so like a good little girl. No, I'm not going to say that. I like to cook, so I made him breakfast. His favorite on the weekends is, a skillet bowl with whatever, potatoes, onions, mushrooms, meat, whatever, and a couple eggs on top.
If it's in the fridge, it can go in.
If it's in the fridge, it can go in there, and he's great, and he'll put some hot sauce on top of it, and he calls that great.
That is pretty cool, though. And you're good with that, too, though. You made me cut some of those breakfasts. I mean, she really comes up with great deals.
So this morning, it was potatoes, onions, mushrooms, meatloaf, cheese, couple eggs, couple bottles of hot sauce, and I come and take it to him in his office.
Was that not a woman? I'm telling you.
I go and I take a bath because I have to sit next to her, and you know I probably shouldn't be stinky. And
I don't worry about if I come sneaky. You know.
And I come out, and I go into his office, and I look, and here he is. This is not an hour after I've just fed him a giant bowl with 2 eggs, blah blah blah, potatoes, the whole 9 yards. I come out, and here on his freaking plate is 2 pieces of banana bread. 2. I had 3 left in the house. 3 pieces of banana bread. Homemade banana bread.
It's beautiful. It was here last week. It was really nice.
I specifically put it in the fridge last night because I wanted it cold.
Because?
Because I wanted to make banana bread French toast this morning.
That would have been amazing. And
my husband ate 2 of the 3 pieces.
But what was the rule?
You can eat as much as you want until it's gone, and then you can't eat anymore. That's the rule in my house, and I didn't put anything on there that said he couldn't eat it.
You didn't say save for me. So it's kind of a toss-up, you know. But I was pissed because that banana bread was really good. And banana bread, French toast, it's amazing. And then he comes out and makes a bowl of nachos.
Yeah. Legit, like within an hour later. And I'm like, okay, I get that you're going to the Colts game, but do we need to have that much of a base
of food
of food alcohol so that you can have his? I'm expecting a phone call later.
To come and get him?
Come get me downtown.
Why don't they just get an Uber? They'd probably be better off. You know, then they don't have to pay for parking or anything. Because if the game doesn't go well, then you know damn well they're going to be pretty well lit by the time, because nobody's going to be watching the game. And she doesn't do any of this stuff. She's like, I don't give a shit. Sorry.
It's okay.
Oh,
it's okay.
well.
It is my fault. It is my fault. I assumed that he wouldn't need
because
more.
You gave him, right.
I gave him food.
But you gave him food.
But it is kind of like
really
feeding your dog and then expecting your dog to eat the T-bone on the counter.
Right. Mm-hmm. So, comparing him to it. Oh my God.
So I think I'm just going to continue
to make your squares.
To make my squares or knit on my sweater. I think I'm going to finish this ball and then I'm going to go to.
Now that ball looks like it is getting smaller.
Yeah, well, my
green one.
I wound
necessarily.
these. I wound these. So onto my loose. I'm a loose.
You're a looser.
Yeah.
Swinger.
Yeah.
Winder.
My winder is looser.
I don't think so. I think you did my grow and it's winding. I don't remember.
What else?
I will try to send pictures to Sue and she can put them on Flockaroundthetable.
Yeah, you need to stop saying that because you never.
I never do.
She never sends me pictures, guys.
And
if she does, I would put them up. But
yeah,
she,
I forget.
Stop saying.
Or I'll send them and in the beginning, and then after a while, it's the thing. But I will share a fun secret with you. The picture of the days at sea is probably the first day at sea.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Repost it.
Of course.
Because it's never any different. It's beautiful. It's just water out there.
Colleen says she'll look for Sasquatch at the game today. He's in Suite 29.
Oh my gosh. Go up and see him. Yeah.
Yeah, he's in Suite 29.
And then a friend of yours is going to be in 32 or something.
31 or 32.
Something like that.
A trucker dude.
Yeah. A trucker dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to be at home.
I texted him, not last Wednesday, but the Wednesday before, because he says he was on an alcohol moratorium for the month of October. Right?
That's like me with a yarn moratorium.
Yeah, but you haven't been getting any yarn.
Well, just from the clubs. So
on date night with, Matt.
Right.
I texted him. I'm like, I'm ordering you a Shirley Temple, right? Because he's on an alcohol moratorium. And I proceed to, hang with Jamie and Matt and, have a cocktail or two. And meanwhile, my phone is sitting over on the table over here.
Right.
And he had texted back a couple of times. So the next thing I know, he's standing right behind me. He came for his Shirley Temple.
He's like, well, where the hell is it?
He did not have a Shirley Temple. He had something a little bit more stronger than that. So his moratorium didn't last very long.
Well, he's going to do flush out his liver or clean out his liver for a day.
I don't know, but it's same guy that's going to be two
sheets to the wind and
two sweets down.
Yeah.
Two sweets down from my husband.
Oh my word, that's so funny.
Yeah.
Well, on that note,
yeah.
Enjoy your holiday, your thing. Get plenty of candy. Be careful. I think a lot of them are doing trunk places. I don't know if people are really trick-or-treating with,
again. I don't know.
It just depends. I'm going to stop, get a bag of candy just in case, because our light's automatic. So
yeah.
I don't
have any candy.
Oh, I will. But you just turn all your lights on.
Yeah.
And you're in the back of the house because
so
you can't really.
Our house looks dark.
Yeah.
Even if we have our lights on, it looks dark.
Right, because you have a bedroom and a bedroom.
Even when I want to, like the last couple of years, we've had like big bowls of candy because we're in like a development. There are lots of kids.
Yeah.
Here. You would think that we would get lots of kids. And we have a carriage light out front that comes on automatically. So we turn on our front light. We have our garage lights on. And I think we had like 5 or 6 kids. And I'm like, is that really worth me spending, like $50 worth of candy? Thinking I'm going to have lots of kids. And then the kid that eats it all is sitting in that room back there.
No, worse the wear. That's where you go and you get what you like for you. And then you get the crummy stuff to put on top for the kids. I miss the days with popcorn balls and candy apples. And, my mom would be like, I didn't have to buy fruit for the rest of the year, because you'd come home with apples and oranges and things. But now nobody does that anymore.
You can't.
Well, no,
heaven forbid.
No, I know, like the church. The church, because it's mostly the kids that go to the church, even though they say they're all welcome. I mean, they have punch out and they have cookies out and they have things like that. And I would be okay with those, but but a lot of the kids just do that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't realize it's not quite the same.
Or they go to, an inside mall and they trick or treat at the stores.
Yeah. So whatever.
Yeah. My favorite house to go to in New Jersey when I lived there was this house that was set way off the road.
Oh, neat.
And it was, as little kids, we were like, it was back in the woods.
Oh, yeah, that's cool.
Right. And he gave these giant, they were like the size of a pumpkin. When you're a little kid, everything's bigger.
Oh, yeah.
But they were these massively huge apples.
Nice.
They were the best.
Yeah. And we got tons of caramel so that, Oh, he went across the way.
Did we scare it? Did you guys see it? Did you see it? Did you see it?
It went across the hall.
It scurried really fast.
I think he ducked down. I don't think I'll sit like this for the ending just in case we see the crossing.
Yeah, no, we're just going to let you guys go.
Otherwise, there would be nothing but silence as we wait for it and nobody sees him, or they just kind of see the head go by. I think he's got a gray shirt on or something like that. Yeah, let's go, Brandon.
Yeah, he has the Let's Go Brandon shirt on.
He does. You kind of wonder where his attitudes at? Yeah, well, there you go.
NASCAR.
Yeah. NASCAR, there you go. That's where
it
it is. Ooh,
NASCAR
sorry.
for sure.
Yeah. And so anyway, everybody have a happy Halloween. I will.
Yeah.
Ah, there. Look. There.
Oh, it is
Look.
a Sasquatch sighting.
It's real. I told you it's real. And you can tell everybody that lives in Scienceville.
Maybe I should change the title of this one to "It's Real."
The Sasquatch sighting came about. Yeah. So anyway, she will be back next week with
somebody.
And then I'll be back.
Somebody. Do you want to come in
December
and play with one of you, Colleen?
Anybody,
Karen?
somebody come down. Karen, Colleen. So we need people. Carly, get your ass over here. You know,
Notorious.
Anybody, come on up because we need to have you here because I'm going away.
She's gonna be gone,
and then she's gonna be gone on the weekend.
And then I'm gonna be gone
20th.
But I can do it from up there.
Oh yeah, you could.
Karen and I.
That'd be fun. Karen and you.
Karen and I and maybe Leah.
Yeah, that would be good next week. So that on the 20th.
Couple weeks.
So that'll be good.
Yeah.
And it's the carnival celebration. If you hear anything about it being stuck in the ocean, just look for the person doing this in front of the camera, because that'll be me going, "Whoa, we're stuck in the ocean. We're stuck in the ocean. I don't care. No, you go
first. Straight ahead." That's what next week's is gonna be called. Iceberg dead ahead.
I said I might call in because it's like 2:00 in the afternoon, but I'll probably be on the ship, so I'll have gone dark, as I told my husband, because I don't want to pay all those fancy fees and stuff and I don't need to talk to him anyway, so it doesn't make any difference. I mean, I don't need him to pick anything up or do anything, or so we'll see.
Okay, Colleen and Karen. Looks like I'll have both of them next week.
Yay! With Colleen and Karen.
Karen's not much of a breakfast person.
Oh, I know.
Colleen, you want shakshuka?
There you go. That's good. What is it?
Shakshuka? You've had it. I toned down the spice for you.
Okay.
This is the tomato one where you poach the eggs in the tomato.
Yeah.
I can make it for Colleen and make it spicy.
Oh, okay. That'll be good. Yeah, Colleen's good with that.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'll have to, and I will at least make sure I send the pictures of the yarn that I get at Loop.
Yeah.
Because Sharon said they carry wool mice yarn. I think that's what I'm doing.
Colleen's like, yes.
Yes. Yeah, she's like ready for it. Okay, here we go. Well, it's nice that you're off the water and you're home. So that's good. So
yeah, she's like, I'll work out before I come over. Just to have shakshuka. Okay. All right.
Well, we'll see you guys and take care. And I'll be thinking of you on Sundays and thinking of you when I'm knitting and
and you'll be having fun on a half world tour. This kind of a half world tour.
Yeah, London to Spain to Portugal to Canary Islands and then across the ocean.
Yeah.
So whatever we see, and we'll be in the shipping lane, so we'll be seeing other ships and things like that. So
by the way, I told Jamie that, if I won the Mega Millions, I would take you on the 3-month world.
Oh my God, I want to do that. Wouldn't that be great? But I do have to win Mega Millions.
Yeah.
Did you win?
No, but nobody did. So
nobody did. So
it's over it's over $1 billion now.
Oh my God, I guess I better tell Mikey to go get tickets.
Yeah.
He won't look up the numbers, but he'll go get the tickets.
Yeah. Right.
Actually, I think you can pre-buy them, can't you?
The tickets?
Yeah,
I don't know. I never buy them.
Oh. Well, your husband shouldn't get out and buy them.
Oh, yeah. He will.
He will. So
he will for sure.
He has more luck than I do. I'd be the one that they call up and say, yo, your ticket lost, but you owe us. You never know.
Whatever. You won $100 on your ticket, but the IRS wants, half of it. So
I actually did win quite a bit in Illinois. I broke even. I used to do that all the time. And then I broke even pretty well when I used to ride my bike up to Marsh to get a salad on Tuesdays and a salad on Fridays. And I'd ride my bike up and I'd go across the street and get my tickets. And then, but I don't know. I stopped that because I wasn't riding my bike. And then I haven't gotten back into it because I don't ride my bike anymore. Because I fell off my bike and now I'm scared of it.
No, scared.
It's a little scary because, I fell the wrong way too. Yeah, I should have fallen into the ditch, but I fell towards the cars. Yeah. And she was on her phone. And I was in the bike lane. So she shouldn't have gotten that close to me. And she was on her phone and texting. And then she looked up and there I was. And I was like, ah! I saw her in my mirror coming at me. And yeah. But then when I wiggled, I fell this way instead of that. So the car behind her almost got me. But he stopped. He was really nice.
Yeah.
He goes, are you all right? I'll go get her. He goes, I'll follow her and get her license plate number. And I said, no, it's all right. I'm fine. So I didn't want, yeah. So otherwise you would have seen me on the people's court.
You would have taken it to the Supreme Court. You would have gone way past Judge Juicy.
No. I would never go to Judge Juicy because you never know which way she's going to go. Someday she's on the side of this. And I don't watch the new one. The old one's bad enough. I don't know how anybody picks her up. Let me tell you, if they thought Howard Stern was bad, he used bad words. Judge Judy doesn't use bad words. Boy, does she slap people down. But you get some good one-liners from her. So, from that standpoint. And I do tape it so that I have something to watch when I get home. So, when I'm gone. So, I'll have, 20 or so, because I think it's on every day. So, it's like 20 or something like that.
I wouldn't even know.
Twice a day?
I don't have cable.
Yeah, it's on twice a day, 4 and 4:30. So, I'll probably.
You seriously tape those and watch them?
No, when I'm gone. So
But
that I know I can have something to watch when I don't want to watch all the stuff when I get back. Because a lot of times, like when I get back, it's going to be all the holiday crap. Like last night, I was flipping through the stations and all these scary movies were on. Okay. And then I get to what is it? The country music one. And it's Christmas 24 hours a day. It's like, no, this is Halloween. You got to have spooky movies on,
And the Great Pumpkin Patch.
Yeah, something like that. But I haven't seen that one on yet.
The Wizard of Oz.
That's usually Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I know.
Thanksgiving and why?
But I think it should be Halloween.
Should be every holiday.
Yeah, I think it should be
Everybody should watch The Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
Yeah. Toto,
Yes.
and away they go.
But nowadays it's deemed as scary.
Is it?
Yeah. Even my daughter says that it was really scary.
Yeah, but the Grinch is still out there. They haven't gotten the Grinch yet. I think this is the year of the Grinch too, because everybody has Grinch
Scienceville has the Grinch locked up. Zionsville has them. The fire department has the Grinch here.
Oh, well, yeah.
He is locked up. He is
here.
in his cage here.
Yeah.
We have proof of it.
Okay.
He comes through my neighborhood.
He does.
Yes, the firemen bring the Grinch through here to make sure that the kids all know that the Grinch is locked up.
Okay.
They do.
But his heart grew 3 sizes that day. Why would you lock somebody up whose heart is really big? He probably should be in the hospital in ICU.
He probably should be. Maybe that's where they're taking him.
That's where they're heading. ICU. Nobody's green in ICU. Half the people in Halloween.
Okay.
Okay, wait.
Have fun with your
Flock. Wait. Flock. Hook. Crochet. Hello. Oh, how cute.
block hook.
Hook. Oh, it's hook. Sorry. I was reading into it. Can you tell I need new glasses? But they told me I didn't need them. Oh, well. Anyway.
She can't read. She can see just fine. She just can't read.
It gets lost from here to here. I think there's a detour. It takes out the ear or something like that. So don't stand next to me on this side because you'll hear everything in my head. And I know it's not a touchscreen. Watch this. Bye, guys. Stay safe.
She did it.
I did.